My channel once again. Um, Today, I want us to talk about something special to us as human beings that has to do with our health. And during the prehistoric era, we all know that disease predates every society. Diseases were found in every society. Now, I want us to discuss how were these diseases being taken care of. Was it is it that we're using Western medicine as a then? I think that is just what I want us to look at today. And now, we Africans actually had our way of attending to the sick. We were not just burying people who were sick. People who were sick actually had medical attention. And how were they being taken care of? We have several diseases that were found in our society. So it's not today that we will say that taking care of the sick has come to. We actually took care of those who were sick before. Now, all those who were sick were being taken care of by what using herbal medicine. Whatever you see around us here, the grasses you see at the back, everything here is medicine. And this were what was used in taking care of the sick. Now, let's look at it this way. When somebody was sick, we are having different type of sicknesses. We have something like malaria and what have you. We also have stomach pains and then so many diseases just like we have today. How were they being taken care of? They were taken care of by the use of herbal medicine. We have several methods. And who were those? The people who were in charge of taking care of the sick were called herbalists. They were called herbalists because they were only using herbs, natural herbs in taking care of the sick. These people actually didn't go through any formal education, but they had education. It was like a family team that people within families were being taken care of, and then it was like inheritance from a father to a son, from a grandfather to a grandchild. It was something found within families, and then we have several ways of taking care of the sick. Now, when a person was sick, the only thing you need to do is to go to the herbalist and then complain to the person how you were feeling. And then, per what they have also learned from their ancestry, they were able to give you medication. And how were they treated? Some they were using. We have several ways of treating the sick. We have the bathroom method. We have the cut open method, and then we also have one you normally take in, you drink it as well. There were several methods of them, and I'm talking of the cut open method. There were some diseases that affect a person, and what to cure it, they normally cut open part of your body and apply the medicine. Somewhere there you will see that some people will have some balls around their body, and to cure some of these balls, they were able to cut open it and put medicine into it, and it goes. Now we also have what we call the bathing method. Now when somebody was complaining, there was something we call when somebody was complaining like malaria or something like that, we were having this, and then if you look at, we had the neem trees, we have the guava leaves. People normally they will mix it together, boil it very well, and people normally sip some whilst they bath. So all what I want to say is that we actually had medication before. Not only that, even our pregnant women, we have what we call the local midwives. The local midwives were there taking care of the pregnant woman. And these local midwives uses natural herbs. And they were not just only, the only difference was that they were not able to perform operation on people, but they were able to make sure that even when the child was wrongly placed in the womb of the woman, they had a way to correct that for the woman to have safe delivery. And some of them were using the local herb. They rub it around the pregnancy to ease delivery. So that means that midwifery actually existed in Africa before the coming of the Europeans. We had our women who were taking care of pregnant women. So what I want to say is that there isn't something new. And then even we had certain diseases, when they were to cure it, there was isolation method. They used to isolate the woman. They will isolate either the man or the one, whoever is sick. They have to isolate you. So some people were there, they would treat them outskirts the community. they will treat them outskirts the community. They'll have to take them outside the community, isolate them there, and then cure them before they bring them back. So today we have COVID-19, where people have been what? Quarantined, people have to isolate. It's not new to us as Africans. We from the African origin had our ancestors who treated similar diseases and they isolated them. So indeed, there was knowledge of medicine in Africa before the coming of the white people. They were isolating. We had something like chicken pox. They normally isolate people and they cure them and what have you. And then the wonderful thing I also want to talk about is people who had fracture. Whether you had a broken leg, whether you had maybe your knee is twisted. How were they taken care of? Now, we're having people who are also in charge of that. And then one wonderful I want you to know is that sometimes you go to a place, somebody will have a broken leg or a broken arm, they will get a fowl. As you can see, these chickens around here, they will get a chicken. Just the fowls around here, and then they can break the leg of the fowl. They will break the leg of the fowl, apply the medicine on it, tie it, and apply the medicine on the other human being. The day they untie your leg, the fowl's leg, and then the chicken is all right. When they untie your leg too, you will get up and walk. That was in Africa. Not only that, there were some situations we also have people, you know, the pestle and the mortar, the one we normally use to pound our food, to grind it as well. Sometimes somebody will go to a place and they will break the pestle, apply medicine to it, and then tie it and then put it down. The day they will remove the pestle and the pestle is what is together, the person will get up and work. It is in Africa and it is still there, and that has been happening. The only difference is that we were not able to put it into writing, and it's there. It's amazing. That is why I said some of these things we are saying, if in case you visit Ghana and then you want some of these things, you can see it live. And not only that, we also have issues with regards to spirituality. Somebody will be sick. Even today is happening in our hospitals, in our modern day hospitals today. Somebody will sick, you will send the person to the hospital, they will check the person from head to toe. And they will not be able to trace what is wrong with that fellow. And then you will just come to the herbalist, and the herbalist will look at you and be able to tell. And sometimes when you come, and even he himself cannot tell, sometimes they can divine, he can even check through divination. He will tell you that he cannot cure you, but the person who can cure you is towards westwards. You go westwards. The person who can cure you is there. We are not also treating anyhow. They had ways to do it and what have you. And then some people were even given, we have what we call charms and amulets, which were normally used to serve as what? Protection. And we even have we were having our bulletproof. Like you could see people during the dances, you see that people were being made with this regalias, with some talisman on. And yes, people used to wear it, and it was believed, and it is believed that when somebody wears it, nothing penetrates through them. So all these things were done for people who were sick and then people spiritually who were being affected. Now, how do these people cure some of these diseases you see? Even they can approach someone who is like a herbalist, and then the person will not be able to tell you the sickness at a go. What some of them normally do is that they have a way, they call on their ancestors. Some of them will do that, and then what have you, and then they will go to bed. Some of them, how to cure that disease will be revealed to them in a dream. They will dream, and then they will see how the disease that they have brought before them can be cured. And some of them, they will see so that they will be able to attend to the person. So all what we want to say is that indeed Africa had a way of handling the sick people before the visit to the white men came to our land. And not only that, you see, if you look at some of this, we're not able to write, because that is why we say it is how we have been taken of during prehistoric era, that the era before man became literate and made available written documents. Now, if you look at it today, science will tell us that human being's stomach, there is acid in the stomach. And when sometimes acidity is high, you see that some people will complain of stomach pain. And we all know that alkaline, when you gather these leaves, these herbs, and burn them to into charcoal, it will turn to something black like that. When it turns to like that, it contains alkaline. And we all know that alkaline neutralizes what? Acid. So when they were sick, sometimes most of their stomach pain, somebody will be crying, my stomach. Sometimes you will come and they will mix the black medicine in porridge or in water, and then they will give it to you, and within a twinkle of an eye, then you see that the thing will come down. So it is telling you that our people had a foreknowledge, but they were not able to tell. Maybe they didn't write it down. That doesn't mean that there were not things like that in Africa. So indeed, Africa had a way of handling the sick person. Even today, with our modern health facilities and what have you, herbal medicine have been given an approval to be used. That is why in some hospitals, you will go there and they will look at you, and they will tell you, fine, this one, we are not able to trace it. Contact a herbalist for cure. And when you get that, our so-called illiterate fathers and mothers who didn't even go to school, we just hold your palm and then touch it, and they will be able to give you a medicine. Some of them will just look at you and they will tell you. So indeed, what we want to say is that herbal medicine or taking care of the sick person actually existed in Africa before anybody else came. And then that is why today it has been given license to operate in Africa here. So all what I'm trying to say is that herbal medicine has been approved and it has been used, and it's so helpful. And people know that when you are sick and it is natural herbs you are going to use in taking care of the sick person, it helps in a way that, because those herbs doesn't contain any chemical. But we all know that the medicine, the Western medicine most of us are taking, most of them contains some chemicals in them. So even when you take it and it doesn't even, it works, but part of some chemical will be deposited in your system as poison. So we are saying that indeed Africa had a way of taking care of the sick person before the coming of the Europeans, and so forth and so on. We had a lot of things that is happening. So whatever you see around us here is medicine to us. So we believe that medicine is in the air, so that when you are sick, we do that. Even a newborn baby, when those babies were born, there were antiviruses like to protect them against certain diseases. We have a disease we call like drought. It's there among children, common among children, but mostly when it is done, they are able to provide certain things to take good care of them. Sorry for the noise there. So we are saying that Africa indeed provided medication for them, and even up to today it has been proved, and then what, it is still being legalized for herbal medicine to be used. So we just want to thank you very much for watching this video, and then I appreciate all those who have subscribed to this channel. If you haven't subscribed, please do well to subscribe to the channel. Thank you. Bye bye.